happy shiny puppy. This is Melody Fletcher, author of Deliberate Receiving. Finally, the universe makes some freaking sense. And that book, just as a reminder, is still on sale for the month of May. The Kindle version is on sale for $2.99 on Amazon.com, May 2017, if you're watching this way in the future. So if you haven't picked up your copy, now would be a really good chance to do that. Okay. So today I want to talk about something that happened to me a few weeks ago. I was watching this show on Netflix called Brain Games, which you may or may not have heard of. If you're not in the United States, you may not be able to access it on Netflix if you have Netflix at all. I know the licensing laws are kind of screwy, but if you're in the United States, you'll have access to it. And it's this fun little show. I like it. Where 20-minute little show that where they play games for your brain. It's called Brain Games, right? And they had this little game on there that I thought was really, really great at demonstrating a phenomenon that isn't going to be scientifically accurate, but I'm going to use it as a metaphor anyway. And so if there's any, neurologists out there or, people studying the brain, do not write me letters saying this was not biologically accurate. That's not how the brain works. I know, and I'll explain in a second. Okay, but I'm still going to use it as a metaphor. So the game was this. It was this. The screen was filled with, I don't know, a football field, and there were 4 footballs, one in each corner, American footballs, those little egg-shaped things, and you're supposed to stare at one. And as you stare at one, the others start to blink in and out of existence and sort of disappear. And they disappear from your vision. So your vision is, or more accurately, your brain is actually filtering them out. And if you shift your gaze just a little bit, they're still there. You can see them, but as you stare at one, they disappear again. And I forget what this phenomenon is called because I'm not a neurologist, and I don't care because I'm not actually talking about the biological thing that's happening in the brain. But I thought it was a perfect mechanism to kind of show how we selectively filter reality. This isn't entirely the same biological or neurological mechanism, but I think it helps me explain that. So essentially, if you think of reality like one big smorgasbord where everything is available, it's all there. All the data, all the different manifestations, all the different realities, they're all there. And as you focus in on one, everything else disappears. Yeah? And in fact, you can't perceive all of them at once. You can only really ever perceive one at a time as a human being. Whereas you can be peripherally aware of the footballs on the screen. Realities don't quite work like that. You can be peripherally aware of them, but you can only experience one at a time. And so as you experience one reality, the other ones become inaccessible. But as you shift your focus to a different reality, that one becomes accessible and the other one just disappears. And so, when you're going through life and you're like, let's use the most common one that I get. I really want a boyfriend. I really want a husband. I really want to meet a man. I really want to meet a woman. And then we start to work on, a quality partner, somebody with all the qualities that you actually want. And it's going to just make your heart open up and make your groin light up and all of that. A lot of the time, the piece of resistance that comes up there is, but I've never met anybody like that. I don't know where those men hang out. I've never met one. I don't know where those women, where I would find a woman like that. I don't know where I would find a partner like that. I don't even, none of my friends are dating anybody like that. Do people like that even exist? And to that, I gotta say, of course they do. In fact, they're even all around you. You are just filtering them out. Yeah? And so try these kinds of optical illusions. I love stuff like that because it's, I think, so great at showing us that there's There could be more going on than we are perceiving. And like I said, even though neurologically speaking, it's not entirely the same mechanism, it helps us to sort of see that phenomenon going on, because we're not talking about visual stimulation, we're talking about different realities. So it's bigger than that, yeah. So it's like flexing your toe muscle versus doing a long jump. But it's, I think it's a really apt metaphor. So, oh my gosh, you know what? What do I want to know from you? Gosh, we're going to keep the conversation going. What do I want to know from you? I nearly forgot. I was about to say goodbye. Well, I want to know, have you had experiences where something appeared for you in your reality, where options that were not available to you before, they were not accessible to you before, suddenly became accessible to you? Like, oh my God, that was there all along. And it could be anything from car keys, phasing in and out of your reality. They weren't there, and suddenly they're there. You looked there, they weren't there, but they're there. To job opportunities or people or whatever that you just didn't really notice. So I want to hear your examples, and I think it's going to be a really great experience for us to share these examples. So, okay, that's my video for today. Until tomorrow, thank you for bringing your light to the world. Bye.